What's up again, y'all? I know I've hit you guys with so many videos in a short amount of time, and you're probably thinking, Rena, why are you wearing the same clothes? Because I'm all recording all these videos in the same day, before I get booked with so much, in the semester. My semester just started a couple days ago, and it's gonna be a really rough semester, so I might as well just post all my shenanigans now, while I still can, and still can record it and all that jazz. Today I'm just going to talk about the different concerts that I've been to the past couple years. This past 6 weeks, I've been to 4 concerts, and that's a pretty good amount of concerts to be in a couple, like a small, short time duration. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but you know, I'm doing it. So the very first concert I've been to was a One Direction concert, which was in 2013. And I was 18 years old, and I thought I was pretty old for going to my first concert at that age. So I was 18 at my first concert. It was in Washington, D.C. It was on the exact day of my parents' wedding anniversary. It was, I believe, their 30th wedding anniversary, if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't want to leave them here, like 6 hours away, just so I could go to a concert for some boy bands. And so we did a whole family road trip, and we went to DC, which was really nice, and we did a lot of tourist shenanigans, but we've been to DC multiple times, but we just did a little tourist stuff and family stuff. Like, every time there's a huge concert, my family, we do road trips, and I love it, because I love family, I love road trips, and I love bands and music. So, the next concert I've been to was, I think 2014, actually, my chronological order is, like, so off. But anyway, actually, I think in 2012, I went to, it's this huge festival in, Virginia. It's called Shagg Fest, which is, like, this festival, on the East Coast, kind of similar to Coachella, but not as huge. And it's from, like, this local radio station. I went to that, this music festival, and it had, I can't remember their names. It was, oh my gosh. There's this, indie folk band that's from Virginia. They were called The Last Bison, but I think they changed it to just Bison, or vice versa. But because I think The Last Bison, that was already a name from a different band, so they were forced to change it to Bison. I can't remember if it's The Last Bison to Bison, or Bison to Last Bison. But they changed it, and, they're this really, like, cool indie folk group, who are, like, local, and, I think they're signed by now, and they're really, really good. I think, Black Sheep was also there, Timbaland was there, Missy Elliott was there, I can't remember, but there's a whole, like, bunch of people, and that was, like, my second experience in this whole concert thing. I used to not go to concerts, even though, like, music is my life. Just because, like, it's expensive, but, now that I'm balling, no, I'm just kidding. It's all my parents. I know. I'm working really hard, though, so, I'm living off my parents. But, that's not a bad thing. I'm still 20, so, still in school. They want me to finish school before I, settle in the big world. Okay, that's beside that. Another concert I've been to was, my order is, like, really off, but in 2014, I believe, was last year, it was the Dangerous Tour, which was Before We Exit. I had no idea that Before We Exit was actually in Virginia Beach, which is my city, I think in, like, November 2013, I don't remember, but I didn't know they had a concert here, and I was so upset, and because I was a fan at that point. Anyway, but they had their Dangerous Tour, which was spring 2014, and it was in Richmond, which is a couple, like, I think only 2 hours away. And so my family, again, because I wanted to go, it was on a Sunday, and I had, like, it was like exam week, and, I persuaded them, well, actually, they were like, this is, like, a once in a lifetime, so we went to Richmond, and then I went to the concert, and we did the whole family road trip concert thing, and at that tour, it was Before We Exit was headlining. They had Spencer Sutherland, Macy Kate, and Trevor Dahl, who was still called Plug-in Stereo at that time. And there was another person who opened, but I don't know who that was. It wasn't I think he was just like a local person, but he and his sister were pretty awesome. I just don't know who were the people who performed. And then everything chronological order is like so off now. We went to Winter Jam, which it's like a CCM music tour, and it was amazing. There were 10 artists, and they had Francesca Battitelli, I can't even pronounce her name, she's amazing. Jeremy Camp, Skillet, who was my fave. I used to listen to them back in middle school. They're still amazing. There's a whole, like, there's like 10 artists, and I just can't remember all the names, but that was an amazing tour, because CCM changed my life, I promise you. If you don't know what that is, it's contemporary Christian music, and it's just like worship music, but it's like music that sounds like mainstream. A lot of people, including myself, like before I even knew what CCM was, like we always thought of like the worship music as being very outdated. But CCM, the whole contemporary, it sounds more mainstream. It's more something that you'd actually enjoy if you like you listen to mainstream. And the cool thing with CCM, it's not even one genre. It's like so many different like Christian artists. It's like they're rappers. There are some people who sound like very indie folk, like the band Need to Breathe and all that stuff. And there's like a lot of pop artists too, and which is amazing because like in this whole CCM genre, there's like so many music genres. Like you have like influences of like rock and roll, and like even Skillet's like very like music. Can't how being a musician. How can I not know these terminologies? Being very like instrument based. And so that was a Winter Jam concert, and then there was a concert. 94.9, which is a local radio station here, had a concert. What is it called? I think it was Winter Meltdown. It's called Winter Meltdown. It had Neon Trees. I can't remember the other bands. That was like the main headlining of that year. And like there's like I think there's 4 bands who played. There's that music group with like 3 sisters, and that's very, very broad. I can't remember, but there was also this band called Rise Against. They were more of like the whole kind of screamo type of thing, which is not something I listen to, but more power to you if you do listen to that type of music. So that, I don't know how many number concerts I've been to at this point. And then there was a Fifth Harmony concert that I went to. I'm not really a type of person who listen to girl music. Sorry, I'm kind of getting quieter because I hear people outside. I don't really like to listen to bands and like music that girls sing. It's not that I don't like their music, it's just like I tend to listen to like groups that are composed of like men voices. I don't know. But so there's a Fifth Harmony concert. The opening was Jacob Whitesides, who was actually my main reason for going to this concert. Who else was there? Jasmine Villegas, or Jasmine V, and that female, I'm so bad at names, the female DJ, she's pretty young, and she just recently came out with the song. She has like really curly thing. I think she's a redhead, and she also wears cat ears. Not Ariana Grande. It's a DJ person. I don't know. Really bad. Okay, so that was another concert. And then most recently, this past month, Before You Exit was touring again, but they were touring with the Vamps. So it was the Vamps, the Tide, and Before You Exit. And they were nowhere near my city. So the closest was either in Maryland or North Carolina, but Maryland was not that great because I had summer classes, so the time, my schedule didn't, was a major conflict with this concert. So it was a weekend, July 25th, my family, again, we drove like 6-7 hours to Charlotte so I could see this band. I know all the stuff I put my family through, but I know it's all out of love. Wait, who's walking outside? Okay, so, sorry, my window's right there. And so we drove to that, and that was a month ago, and that before we exit, it was like finally I met them, because when I was in Richmond, I totally forgot about the whole party bus and all that shenanigans, and I doubt they're gonna do it anymore because I know they're signed, so it's, I'm pretty sure there's all these rules and stuff now, and so I was like less than 10 feet away from the Vamps. I took a picture with Connor Ball. Couldn't get one with Brad, Tris, or James, unfortunately. But I did meet before the exit, and I got a picture with Levi from the Tide. Didn't get to take a picture with Nate, Austin, or Drew, but that's okay. Maybe some other time. And then the week after was the night before my final exam of one of my summer classes, and that was like, it was organic chemistry too. It was like the worst class you could ever be in. And the night before, I volunteered to go to this concert, and it was Need to Breathe, which is a CCM group, but they also play like non-CCM music, you know. I don't want to call it secular music, but they also do play secular, but they're mainly CCM group, and Switchfoot opened for them. Also, this other group, I can't remember their name, but then there's four of them. It was Need to Breathe, Switchfoot, Colony House, and another band. I am really bad at names, but that was the other concert I've been to. And then the most recent concert was of Chris August. Okay, and I love this guy. Okay, so a couple years ago, like I said, I didn't know what CCM was. I found this guy's music, Chris August. His music was still like the secular, catchy R&B love songs. It was like back in like when I was in middle school, and I was still into like this R&B like music that was like good for choreography, like music that was like similar to like Frankie J and all that stuff. And I found this guy's music, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is amazing. What, like, I need to know more about this guy. So I found all this other music, and there's a song called Battle, and it was the first true CCM song that I heard that I was like, there are music like this, like it sounds so mainstream, but are like worship music, like Jesus worship music, and they don't sound like outdated at all. And like that opened my eyes to like this whole new world of CCM, and I adore CCM music. It's like my top favorite genre. Like I listen to like all of that music. Like the main music I listen to, like the type of genres I listen to is like CCM, indie folk, and then of course I love boy bands, so they have like little pop up in there, and then 50s to 80s music I adore, and that's pretty much all the music I listen to. But yeah, so Chris August, amazing person. He's hilarious. I was a fan for the past like couple years, and I had a video of the concert, and all of the concerts that I'm mentioning, I do have videos, like clips of all this stuff. And I met him, and it was so great, and like I fangirled so hard. And I don't want to get too much in depth of like what happened at the concert, because I have another video of that most recent concert, and I don't want to make this video way too long. Anyway, so I'll post that below. But listen to him, Chris August. He's amazing. He even though he's a CCM artist, he does covers. He did a One Direction cover. I forget which song it was. I keep forgetting, but it was great. And then so next Tuesday, it's next Monday. It's on Labor Day. I'm seeing Five Sauce again. 5 Seconds of Summer. And Hey Violet is what is it called? They're opening. And it's funny because when the main like lead singer, her name is Rena. My name's Rena. I was born first though, but she's more famous now. But I've never met anyone in my life with the same name as Rena and like the same spelling and such. But yeah, and then so this was a whole like countdown of how many concerts I'd been to in a short amount of time. And I thought 18 years old was like a time where like I was late to go to my first concert, but I've been to so many concerts these past like 2 years. It's like it made up for all those years that I could have went when I was younger. But then there's this concert that is in October, and it has my 4 favorite CCM artists. You have Chris August, Unspoken, The Afters, and I keep forgetting the last band. But I do listen to the music, that 4th band's music, but I'm like so excited, but I don't know if I could go because they're not somewhere in Virginia, but hopefully my family would, you know, go on a road trip again. That would be great. But anyway, hope you guys are doing amazing. This video is getting way too long. Concert overload, PCD fangirl. Pretty much, yeah. So I'll link all the videos of all the concerts that I've been to down below. And hope somehow, I don't know, you enjoy this. I don't know. I like to know what other concert experiences and concerts that people have been to, especially for fangirls. And yeah, so I hope you guys are doing amazing. I hit myself. I don't know why. And yeah, so if you have anything you want to see or want to see a video about, or you want to talk about your concert experience, definitely leave it below and hit me up on my social media, which are also below. And hey guys, oh, what? Okay, now I'm starting to get a little crazy. My wording is not great. And I was born in America. How is my English not that great? Anyway, so you guys are doing amazing. My love for you is infinite.